Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 7? Or 8? One of those two, 7 or 8. It'll be in the description, I'll have it right. Or the title, I mean. Anyway, so this episode, we've got the Handaki by myself. Handaki. It means bunker, I believe, or something like that, I forget. It's Swahili. And then there's the Amagi Cruiser by E07. Now, I've already had to throw out 2 episodes between these two, because what keeps happening is these ships end up getting really close to one another, and then they try to turn their broadsides, but they don't quite make it, so they end up side-scraping each other along the side, and it causes huge FPS lag until the game crashes. So, yeah, if that happens a third time, I'm going to have to spawn them a little differently, because this is spawning facing head-on. The Battlecruiser Amagi is set up with a spawn stick so that it spawns at that angle. So yeah, I'll have to see if that happens again. I'm gonna have to do something different because I can't record the episode if the game keeps crashing. Anyway, here we go. Round 1, start. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that, and I threw out the other 2 episodes and hoping that maybe it was just a fluke and it wouldn't. And actually, it looks like it's not gonna happen this time because the Handaki is turning and going a different direction. So its first volleys, looks like it's going to land. Yep. Don't think it did any serious damage though. Then the big volley from the Amagi hits. Minimal effect as well. Neither side really doing all that great with their initial shots. Oh, it looks like the that first volley did blow off some barrels, so that's helpful. Ooh, some big explosions rocking the Handaki there. But it's holding up just fine. It is I went all out on the armoring on this thing. I wanted it to... Jeez, that's a lot of shells. The Battlecruiser Amagi is definitely bringing the pain. But yeah, hey, go figures. This time I actually make a disclaimer about the game crashing, and they don't do it. But yeah, even the heavy armor of the Handaki cannot stand up to that barrage for long. Because, geez, that's just a lot of shells. But it's also got good repair capabilities. As you can see, it's getting back together pretty quickly. And now that the Amagi is facing straight away, it's having some issues where only its rearward guns can fire on the Handaki. And the Handaki's doing a little wiggling, showing different sides, trying to do some evasive maneuvers, I guess. But yeah, this is actually the perfect position for the Handaki to be in against this craft, because eventually these guns are going to get hit and taken out. Like, they can't live forever. And then once the only weapons that its enemy has that can fire on it are destroyed, well, I mean, you've basically won the match at that point. Though the Battlecruiser Amagi is getting some distance, so it might pull out of it. I think what it is the Handaki is within the minimum broadside distance of the Amagi right now, so it's trying to flee. And because the Handaki is doing that 45, it is gaining some space, it looks like. And the wiggling is making the Handaki's shells miss at times. But yeah, you see the hull on the Handaki almost fully repaired again. Very still some superficial damage on it, but oh, that blew a big chunk of the sloped armor off. But the inner bits are still doing just fine, and that compartment can flood, and it doesn't really affect the Handaki's performance at all. It's just doing its thing, trying to keep up with the Amagi and firing its weapons. But now it's starting to get the angle between the 2 ships is starting to get a little too shallow. And that's going to make these guns, because of the tactical hat on top of it is going to block its own shots. But I found that covering the guns like that makes them a lot less susceptible to damage. Like, none of the guns have taken any damage yet. Because all the damage has been done to the sloped side armor here or the hat. Yeah, it looks like the Amagi it's taken some heavy damage, but it's a huge vessel. It's got a lot of blocks to it. So even though it's been rocked pretty hard, it's still 80%. But yeah, at this point, all of its rearward guns that can actually fire on the Hendaki are down, except for this one barrel. And that shot missed. Yeah, this is the Amagi here is it's a very nice ship. I'm not sure why it's called a battle cruiser when it's one of the biggest vessels in the tournament. You'd think it'd be a battleship. I'd call it a battleship. This thing's huge. It's even got these little secondary things, but I don't know if they're actually. They don't look like they're actual guns. They look like they're just aesthetics. That main battery of the Amagi is nothing to sneeze at. Looks like it's there were 3 back here, so that's 12, about 20 of those guns. That's a lot of guns. The Hendaki only has 12. It has 6 of the HE firing secondaries and then 6 of the pen depth firing primaries. And now the Amagi's getting a little hard to hit because it's dipping down in the water. Just past the halfway point in the round though, but if things stay like this, the Amagi's it's trying to create distance. It wants to stay at long range, but the Hendaki is keeping close and firing at it as it tries to retreat. Now the Hendaki's gone almost 90 degrees to it though. So it might get some distance and bring those forward guns to bear. But the Hendaki's back up to 100%. And while the Hendaki doesn't have a whole lot of guns, I like to think that what it does have are on the more effective side. A quality over quantity approach. But, you know, I could be entirely wrong. I think they're good, but I don't actually have anything to compare that to. Yeah, Hendaki's falling a little bit behind now. Distance is out to 1,300 meters. Oh, and the Amagi got its forward guns back in their firing arc. So it's not completely over for the Amagi yet, but if the Hendaki catches up and, you know, does basically the same thing it just did, it's not going to go well for the Amagi. Not going to go well at all. It's like, it hasn't been, but this thing it's huge and it's got a lot of blocks, and as far as the armoring goes, it's a quantity over quality approach. It looks like, because it's mostly metal, and it looks like it's actually mostly wood, with metal interspersed here and there for bulkheads and the like. Now that's how they got it to be. That's how Ixos got to be so big. I was shooting at the mast. The Hendaki doesn't have aim point selection, so those distraction things aren't really doing anything. It's just those were the blocks that decided to target. And it looks like the Amagi's starting to turn away again, trying to get distance. Hendaki's just raining in those shells. Oh, it's still in the firing arc though. Let's see how these shells do to the Hendaki. Yep, mostly along the side. Yeah, it blew out a good chunk of this armor here, but the heavy armor on the inside, reinforcing all that, held up, and that won't take long for the repair boss to fix. Down to a minute 36 seconds. Battlecruiser Amagi down to 66%, Hendaki 100%. Yeah, I am a little worried. Other people have been mentioning like the crash of stone rhinos that were in the one of the previous episodes, being a quite dangerous opponent. And I have to agree, they're very fast and they'll be a bit difficult to hit. But at the same time, I think they're going to have a bit of difficulty actually dealing damage to the Handaki, so we'll see. Because the first and foremost thing I did with the Handaki was make it very durable. Like that, I wanted to make it durable with a bit of agility and speed, and basically an all-rounder. Like I didn't focus in any one area too hard. If I focused in anything, it was in armor, but it wasn't that hard of a focus. So we'll see. We'll see how things progress. Yeah, it just continue. Oh, and there's the timer. Whoops. I accidentally just went back to the... Oh, it doesn't matter. I can just look at this. Yeah, 59% to 100%. The Handaki is the clear winner of round 1 here. Alright, I'll go ahead and get these guys spawned back in, and hopefully they don't run into each other and cause another crash. Because so far I've done... You know, this is the 3rd video, and that was the first time that the video was actually successful. Let's see, 1,500 meters, pointing right at the Handaki. Battlecruiser Amagi. Yeah, it's a big ship, takes a minute. See, it spawns over there off to the side. So, yeah. Here we go, round 2, start. See how this one goes. Well, it looks like the Handaki... Well, no, it's... Nope, see, now it's going straight at it. And then turning... See, this is what happened the other 2 times when they ran into each other and caused a game crash. They approach each other at these almost like 45-degree angles. Ooh, those looks like some of those hit on the lower part. Yeah, the lower armor is very weak down here. But there's also not really anything important down there. Oh, no, the Handaki's turning, going the other way. Good. This looks like they won't crash into each other then and cause a game crash. Because that's no fun. Oh, that looks like it's, yeah, pretty solid hits there. But the Handaki's armor is holding up just fine so far. Ooh, that shell looks like it... Yep, it got inside the turret there. That turret has been heavily damaged. Oh no, they're approaching each other. Don't do it, please. See, the FPS lag's already starting because the game's like, oh, they're going to run into each other. Let me... Well, at least this is more of a T-boning rather than a... You know, the side scraping they were doing before, because that's what caused massive frame drops and for the game to crash. This is, oh, jeez, the Handaki is just being shredded. This was not the smartest maneuver, Handaki. Not the smartest maneuver you've ever pulled. Well, I mean, the Battlecruiser Amagi didn't exactly escape unscathed from it. But the Handaki is currently unable to fire its weapons. And it's not a good position for it. And now with all that frontal armor stripped away, the guns are getting a bit more exposed. Oh, are they going to separate? It looks like they might separate here. After scraping tons of blocks off of each other. Yep, they pulled apart. Good. At least it didn't cause the game to crash. That's what I was worried about. I was worried about the game crashing. Oh, firing some shots up at the superstructure up there, it looks like. It's a close match, 2% match with the Handaki at 87 and the Amagi at 89%. But again, now we've got this chase scenario going on again. And we saw what happened to the Amagi last time. Ooh, that got close to taking out some propellers, which would that could cause some issues. Oh, I did take out some rudders though. There's supposed to be some rudders on the back here. Ooh, yeah, the rear armor is not very well fortified. The Hendaki needs to turn and stop fleeing away from its enemy. I don't know why it's doing that. The AI is not set to do that. I specifically turned off the minimum broadside distance because of the issues I was having. It looks like it's just doing a coming about to turn up the chase again. Has it lost some guns? Did it lose some guns in the... It looks like the AI maybe was damaged on these ones up front. And it looks like one of the guns was taken clean off. You can hear the repair bots going to work down here trying to fix everything. That's a lot of damage though. They're going to be hard pressed to repair all of that. And this gun hasn't figured out that it can turn the other way and fire yet. I set up firing restrictions on those. I'm not sure what that's doing that. Oh well. Yeah, see, Hendaki up to 88%, Amagi 84%. Oh, is it just doing a circle? No, it stopped turning. Okay, I was worried for a moment that it was stuck in a circle because that could end up making it be too far out of range. And it looks like they may have gone out of range there for a moment or two, not for very long. It's a 6% match right now. Hendaki has just enough of... It's mainly the reason why it's in the lead at this point is because of its repairs. Its ability to repair itself is significantly greater than that of the Amagi. Oh no, but now they're on that 45 angle approach again. Well, it's actually looking more like it's heading for another T-bone, if anything. But yeah, you can see almost all the damage that was done up here. Its nose was completely gone. It's pretty much fixed now. Yeah, see that shell got really close to being able to do some damage to the guns. Oh no! Don't turn like that. Now you're heading for a side swipe. You're going to make the game crash if you run into each other like that. Hopefully the Amagi will turn away at some point. Otherwise that could very well happen. It looks like despite my attempts to make the guns very fortified and hard to destroy, several of them have been knocked out. The Hendaki is not putting out the level of fire that it did in the last match. And the Amagi is... oh, no, they're going in for another T-bone. Hendaki, this doesn't work for you. Why are you doing this? Oh, no, it's actually the way they're turning. Oh, no, don't side scrape, please. Please, please, please. Oh, jeez. It's a good thing the back part of the Amagi is partially sunken. Because if it wasn't, they would have probably run into each other there, and I'm not sure the game could have handled it. But they're opening up the distance now. Hendaki down to 86%, Battlecruiser Amagi 69%. We're down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock here. Since both of these rounds went to, looks like they're going to go the distance, I'm not going to be doing another battle this episode. Between 20 and 30 minutes is good. But it's one hell of a slugfest between these two. The Amagi's got some impressive firepower with those 20 guns, and it's a big, beautiful battleship. Even though it's called a battle cruiser, it looks like a battleship to me. Definitely looks like something I could walk onto a naval base and see. I mean, I guess you could see the Hindaki somewhere in maybe like some sort of futuristic setting, but not really. Let's not kid ourselves here. Hindaki's nose is down on the water a bit. Slows it down. Lost some buoyancy. Yeah, see, it's got some holes in the underside there. I'm not sure. It may be out of resources at this point. No, it's still repairing. It's still going. There's just... The Amagi's got some... You know, it does some damage. So those bots have their work cut out for them. The Amagi's brought its rear end up a bit. Got some buoyancy back. But we're down to the last minute here. And it's a 16% match, so it looks like the Hindaki is going to take this one. Let's check the range again here. No, they're fine. $20 seconds left on the clock. The water skipping. Just skipping off the surface of water like a stone. And that's it. That is the end of round 2. I pushed the wrong button again. That is a 30% difference, giving the Hindaki the clear victory in this match. They're over here. So, condolences, Ixos. Your battlecruiser Amagi is a very tough, very scary vessel. I was, like, when I first saw it, I wasn't sure the Hindaki was going to be able to beat it. But it was able to pull it off, mainly because they keep ending up in these chase scenarios, and the Hindaki is fast enough to keep them going for long enough for it to do some serious damage, while the Amagi has trouble returning fire. If it wasn't for that, if they just stayed full broadside and wailed on each other, I'm not sure the Hindaki would come out on top with that. But it will be moving on to round 2, because that is what happened, you know. So, congratulations to me, I guess. And yeah, again, condolences, Ixos. If I were in the secondary bracket, I'd be a little scared right now, because I think this battlecruiser Amagi is going to be one tough competitor. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the battlefield.